What's up, everybody? Aphrodite's Crush back with y'all once again, and we're gonna do something a little weird today. Here we go. So, I uh, I own a PlayStation Vita, and of course, you guys have heard me talk at length in the past about different things that we can do to help extend the life of the Vita, to support the Vita as well, and basically kind of rage out a couple of times because of the fact that we haven't gotten a lot of stuff that we've wanted uh, since launch day. But I'm gonna approach it from a little bit of a different perspective today. Let's set up my mic here. So here's what we're gonna do. This is an open letter or an open vocal letter to EA Sports. EA, it's been a long road. It's been a long, winding road for you and the gamers. But I have a solution. Not sure if you're going to go for the solution, but I'm going to put it out there. I have an idea. This idea, it's pretty well thought out, hopefully. And it's a way for you to, number one, make money without a major amount of investment. It's a way for you to build some fantastic goodwill with the gamers. And it's also a way to help out attach rates with games for the systems. So here's my idea. I have been railing for the past couple of years talking about how we need new and existing IPs for the Vita. Now, normally when I say new and existing IPs, I either want something brand spanking new, which we've gotten through a lot of the indie developers, or something like, Madden 17 coming up, or NBA Live 17, or 2K17, blah, 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 coming to the PlayStation Vita as new titles, as attachments to the current ones. But there's something missing from that idea. Number one, trying to condense a heavy, hardcore, Frostbite engine style game to the Vita. Vita's powerful. The most powerful handheld out there. And also the only handheld that has a sweet button layout. Something that even mobile phones don't have. And that's why I like to game on my Vita instead of on my iPhone. But here's the thing. Older titles would fare better on the Vita. Let's just be honest. Titles like the earlier versions of Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Earlier versions of college football, NCAA football. Earlier versions of, even a slightly bumped up version of Madden, even if it was like a Madden 17, but it was the type of difference. Like the Madden 13 was, 13 on the Vita was good, not as good as a console counterpart, but it was still pretty good. I think there's some improvements that could be made in the career modes and whatnot, but I still enjoy playing Madden 13. And props to EA for not killing the servers. They could have easily done that in 2015 or 2014, and they really didn't. Even though they're not making newer games for the Vita, they've decided to keep those servers up, and that I can commend them a lot for, because I still play even the first edition of FIFA Soccer, and I can still play online. At least I don't think they're going to kick those offline anytime soon. The whole $50 it takes them to keep them up, right? But here's my idea. Obviously, the market is, at least I believe the market is there for sports rated style titles for the Vita. But so many people are a little bit afraid to make these titles because Madden only sold maybe 50 to 55,000 copies, I believe. It's been a while since I checked the numbers. but that's also partly because everyone was still really iffy on the Vita at the time because of how new it was. And I think they should have gone with a Madden 14, but obviously for those reasons they decided to kind of stray away from that, which understandable in retrospect. So here's my idea: bumping up older titles for the Vita, such as PGA. It doesn't have to be Tiger Woods, just be something along those lines of PGA to give us a more realistic golf experience. Just take out all the golfers and whatnot. If you can still get the PGA Tour license, fantastic. Pop them into the game, but still give us the gameplay. Because I really enjoyed the earlier versions of Tiger Woods PGA Tour on the PSP. Even if it's like an older version of Madden, or, and this is a very big long shot, obviously, but I still have my copies of Arena Football and Arena Football Road to Glory. I still like those a lot, and I think that engine is an older version of like the Madden engine, just kind of shortened down because of the size of the field and the style of play. I think it would still play pretty well and look good on the Vita. That's a couple PS2 titles. And obviously, it's shown that PS2 titles can work on a Vita because I believe you can. They ported God of War and God of War 2 to the Vita, which is fantastic. Also, let's see, like NCAA basketball and college football, NCAA football. Now, obviously, they don't have the license to those, but hear me out. I have something coming up for the idea for that. Also, NCAA baseball. I mean, EA has had at least I thought it was a fantastic baseball engine. Great. Also, they don't have the licenses, but once again, hear me out. Give me a couple minutes. What else do we have over there? Jeez. They do have MVP Baseball for the PSP, which says that they have a mobile license or a mobile version. And I think that's the big ones they kind of came up with. Also like the NASCAR, you can if you wanted a racer. So here's my idea: a separate umbrella of just porters called EA Vitality, making the old games new, or whatever you want to do with it. A team that works specifically on porting these older titles to the Vita and making the changes that are necessary to make sure they don't infringe on trademarks. For instance, the NCAA games. Obviously, they don't have the license for NCAA basketball teams and football teams anymore. Perfectly good. Make it a created option. Don't have 45,000 teams in the game. Pull it down. Pull it down to like 5 conferences of like 6 teams apiece. And the older style, like the BCS style for the championship, or have it playoff style like Madden would be. And the reason why I say this is that having at least some sort of that sport is better than nothing, number one. And number two, obviously you can't have 80 teams, 32 teams in a college setting, or have it bundled, have a college and college, they call it college and pro football, 2 games in one, and then you can switch your draft class over as well. That'd be fantastic. I'm just kind of throwing ideas out there. I've been thinking about this for a while. Can you tell? So, have it be have it be a group effort, a community effort, because of the fact that you can, come up with a sweepstakes to have a random player get a team in that they like that's obviously not somebody else's trademark, but have them come up with it like you have the older Madden games and the older college football games have a create your own school and a create your own team option. And also you could have an option there to completely randomize the entire game and then create your own and put it into a this, that, or whatever. And the same could go for the pro, or you could do like college to arena, just something along those lines. And the same with basketball. If you wanted to go college and pro basketball, bundle it in, one price, 2 games, same engine, and just run it off the NCAA engine that was on the older games on the PS2 or the PS3. Because I love those old engines. And a lot of people really do love those old engines. As much as we like the newer stuff, some of the older ones just feel a little bit better, especially when you have them in a handheld setting. Matter of fact, I will actually play Tiger Woods PGA Golf on my PSP way more than I play Tiger Woods PGA Golf on the PS3. Just because I like the engine a little bit better on the handheld. It just feels better to me. So, and of course, now you can do these type of things with other franchises. You could take, of course, like I said, NASCAR. You can do IndyCar. Get that license for as cheap as you possibly could, and do something with that, and just kind of have a more basic version of it. I mean, yeah, we're not asking for top level greatness, but we want an option. And to give us that option, you can have a prepaid type of structure. Like level 1, you pay $20, you get the game in a virtual form, you get a download code sent to your email, or a download code sent to blah blah blah. You choose, whether you want it for like PS4 or Vita, and go that way. Level 2, you get a physical copy of the game. There you go. Level 3, you get physical copy of the game and blah blah blah. Or you can go deluxe edition, and when you buy, you could always say deluxe edition, you get the newest version of Madden bundled with college and pro, with the option to export your draft class or export your created team into the main level game. Like, it could be like an A team, B team type of deal, and obviously programming and whatnot would be different, but these are options. These are ideas I was thinking of and coming forth, because I was actually thinking about learning C++, as insane as that sounds, and starting to come up with something on my own. Or if EA wanted to be cool, they could license out the older engines to indie developers. Say, $10,000, you raise it, you pay it, you get it, but you have to change it. So that's another idea. But I think that it can work. If you get the word out there that they're making a commitment to something like the Vita, and you could also take it like the 3DS as well. That's the one thing people don't realize. You could take it to the 3DS, and you could make higher resolutions for PC, because people have been wanting sports games on the PC forever. And it would be something, if it was all created, that we can really feel invested in. So, there's my idea. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think EA would listen? Because I'm going to tweet this to them. I'm going to say, hey, idea over here. Give me $5 for credit. Or give me a free game or whatever. But hopefully this can kind of strike up conversation and also strike up creativity. Because there could be a better option out there. EA could have thought about something like this and said, yeah, I don't know about that. This could also drive their EA Access platform. But anyway, well, thank everybody out there for watching. We'll see you all later. Peace out, everybody.